Hey everybody, it's me, Ludell, the original bad girl of comedy, and I'm here in Hollywood, California, and I just finished my second ever Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored interview, and we talked about a little bit everything. I can't tell you too much because it is uncensored. What you have to do is just tune in, enjoy, spread the word, share, like, whatever we do on these social media things, but just know that I was faded, first of all, and it's a really great interview, and you're gonna enjoy yourself. So, see you later. Enjoy. Bye.
What up, everybody? This is Jason Lee, and this is Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored.
Hey, everybody. How you doing? It's Giovanni Watson. Oh, Lord.
Melissa Ford is still out. As you know, she's recovering. We send our well wishes to her. All right, so if you're listening to the sound of my voice, please make sure before you do anything, subscribe to YouTube, subscribe to Google Play, download iTunes, follow us on Instagram, and tell everybody about us because this show is now the hottest show on the internet.
Yes, it is.
I'm just going to claim it. Fuck it.
In the name of Jesus, Hollywood Unlocked Uncensored. We come to you. We do 4 shows a week. We take time out of our lives to give you what you want. And now we're getting requests for more shows. So y'all going to have to just wait because 4 shows is a lot.
Well, I told y'all on the last show I discovered a super chat on YouTube. You might get after shows every day. I might just do an after show on YouTube so that way you could come in there and super chat me to death.
And we might release some bloopers, man. You never know. I think it's very important for them to see what goes into this show.
Okay,
it's
Adam,
a lot.
Adam, I'm asking you now to work with Gio on finding bloopers. Find bloopers. Put a blooper earlier. Let's put a whole show of bloopers.
Oh, that'd be so dope.
There's so much footage to go through, but Adam can figure it out. Okay, we need a blooper show. All right, so I need to rest. I need to get some rest. And I planned rest Saturday.
You plan to rest. You put it on your itinerary to
There's
rest.
no other way to get it. If I don't plan a day of sleep, I will not get any sleep. So Saturday is the day I'm going to sleep all day.
Oh, perfect, man. Get that body right. Get it tight. Speaking of, fuck you, Jason. Don't you go nowhere with that.
You asked me about my tight body.
I see it. I know you was doing. Anyway, I've been starting this fast. I'm about to get on this keto diet, man. I'm really about to get back into my snack weight, man. Even though girls tell me like they like me this size, I really don't feel comfortable in my clothes like I used to. I was trying to dance the other day. I didn't feel how I was moving I didn't like the way it felt on my body. So I'm about to drop this shit. I'm about to drop 80 pounds.
Okay, 2 things. 1, we've been talking about losing weight for about a year. Let's just because the fans have been in the comments like, look, okay, no disrespect, love you and Gio, but y'all been talking about diets, keto, Cheetos, cereals. At this point, it's not about it. No, listen, Gio, here's what you and I have to just acknowledge. We have to accept this.
I'm not accepting that.
No, we have to accept this.
I know what you're about to say.
We're not putting in the work. I have all the resources. You have time. We just we come on this show every week. Hold on. We come on this show every week and lie to our listeners.
I'm about to start working out with Lee.
I come in here. I work out with Lee, okay? And Lee, let me tell you something. Lee, we traveled all day yesterday from New York. Lee's the one over there in the back with the body. We traveled yesterday from New York.
Yeah.
We're on a flight. You know, I find an excuse. Listen, I just cut my fingernails and I can't pick up a barbell with this. You know, we got off the plane. I've been traveling all day. He's like, well, I've been traveling all day too. Listen, we ain't talking. I'm 41 years old. You know, I throw it out like I'm 72. Then I get to the gym and somebody in there with no legs doing curls. This is why it's not about anything other than we have to dedicate ourselves or we have to shut the fuck up.
Well, here's the thing. Once you get a body like Lee's, it's easier and much easier to go to the gym because you're already got it. Let me just maintain this shit.
Then you're in the gym with him and this is his workout. I'm not happy with how it looks. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. So disrespectful.
Yo.
Or this is the other thing I don't like. My friends. I'll be doing good for about a week. Oh, I'm meal planning. Drinking water. I'm working out. They'd be like, yeah, man, shit, I want some tacos. Well, see, now there you go. You done entered in my mind an escape plan. So you know me. Fuck it. Let's just get some tacos.
Well, I'm hoping that I'm rooting for you, man. I think you could do it.
No, don't root for yourself, nigga. You've been talking about losing weight and
I can lose weight like that.
Okay.
Remember, I'm an athlete.
Okay, hold on. Where's Alyssa? Is Alyssa back there? Okay. We had a call yesterday with all my team. Mm-hmm. Your name came up. And you know what they all said?
What?
They're tired of talking to you about losing weight because all you say is, I can lose it. Just like that.
I can.
Alyssa, did they not say that on the call? People are tired of
y'all talking about me behind my back.
Our viewers are listening to us right now and saying, I don't need no frauds because we're frauds, Gio. We're lying. We are in denial.
Really good.
Well, guess what? I'm going to just claim this right now. I started tomorrow. Juicing for the next 6 weeks. I'm doing it. So I'm telling you right now, 4 or 5 days, don't call me. Don't even chat with me. Don't come to my house. Don't ping me. Don't DM me. Don't post about me on Instagram. If somebody comes for me within the next 4 or 5 days,
You're gonna throw up juice on them
no, you're going to get the most evil person in the world.
because you're not gonna be able to eat.
I won't have, it's just your body goes through this thing where it feels like it's being starved. Then after the 5th, 6th day, you feel like the best you've ever felt. By 2 weeks, you feel like you feel great.
You bought a juicer or you just like a Nutribullet?
I got a juicer.
Which is like expensive.
So for 6 weeks, I'm going to do this before I go. So I'm just telling everybody right now, just for
Can
the
you make
next
two of
5 days.
everything? Can you make two of everything? One for me, one for you? Because I don't got a juicer.
I'm not, no, your weight issues are your own. I support you by coming here and listening to that, oh Lord, every show.
People
By the
love
way,
it.
I'm sick of hearing that. Guess who's back? Lunel.
Linnell. Welcome back, Linnell.
Thank you.
Wait, our very first guest when I didn't know who to call. I've known Lunel now for 25 fucking years.
Easy.
And the only person I could think of calling when we started this show that I knew was going to bring the vibe of what I had in mind was you.
And that was so humble of you to come when this show wasn't shit then.
Well, Jason ain't shit. That don't mean nothing. It's just that we go so far back. I'm like, you know, if you don't do the shit, they be thinking you acting all
Hollywood.
brand new and
Right.
shit. So I'm like, all right, nigga, I come. But now look what it has blossomed into.
I know, and this was, part of my coming out was overcoming the fear of you trying to fuck me and remembering that.
Oh my God! No bullshit. He's not lying to you. This little motherfucker used to look like that dude with the ponytail.
Wait, no, I'm gonna show you. My son is here in the background. Come over here. We've adopted Hollywood
Yes,
Unlocked has adopted this artist. Tell me I didn't look like him.
No, nigga, you didn't.
Go back
you
over
look
there.
like you just want that motherfucker on camera. Sit your ass down on my interview, goddamn. Okay. You look like that dude with the ponytail in the
CNC
CNC Music Factory. He used to have long hair,
I remember
and he
that.
had a body, and he was young and tight with a body.
Oh, how
Jason,
time!
like
Jason had a
17.
Oh, how
yeah,
time
we
flies.
both did. Yeah, we both
hilarious.
did. Yeah, but I definitely was trying to pursue him.
It's
I
fu-
didn't know my inner cougar was out that early.
I mean,
but
that's funny.
apparently
I mean,
it
I haven't
was.
seen you in I don't know how long. I used to see Lunel always at the after party of the LA Wild and Out taping. And we was at the bar one day, both getting a drink, and she looked at me. It's like she was about to eat me alive.
I meant it.
I'm gonna need you to stop sucking that while we're having this conversation. No, but the thing,
Don't pretend like I'm not here.
the reason why she doesn't see you is because she's always gone. Getting her
Yeah.
here, we had to book around her schedule because you booked and busy.
I'm leaving the bar.
Where you going?
Going up to the Bay to receive an honor, actually.
You
We
deserve
had
that.
Keisha Cole here. Keisha Cole here recently. She's from the Bay. You're from Oakland.
Yep, just like Tony.
I wish y'all could get into her
and
now.
Vogue and Too Short and Mark Curry and Laura Hayes and the Pointer Sisters and the Edwin Hawkins Singers and Ground Central Station, Sly and
Damn.
the Family Stone and Tony. Did I mention
You
them?
did say Tony.
I say it again because they're my friends. Digital Underground, it goes on.
Did you say
Oakland,
E40? E40 is Vallejo, but
That's right. Coapole, Oakland, Keisha Cole, Oakland. We
Some
got
talent.
it. Yeah.
Okay, so the thing I love about Luna, I've always said, is probably the funniest female comedian that I know that I've seen.
Yeah.
And Monique has recently been in the news. She stays in the news. What side are you on the whole Monique point? Her whole point of the whole Netflix scandal or whatever. Was it even a scandal?
Not a scandal.
First of all, everybody got their opinion. Second of all, I like a motherfucker that will just stand up and call the shit what it is and let the chips fall where the fuck they made. Somebody's got to do it. Everybody can't be no punk trying to save their job and be PC. Somebody got to call the shit the way that it is. And just the fact that anybody has a conversation about women's underpay is more than was happening before she said the shit. Because wasn't nobody talking about that fact then, Viola Davis deserved the money Meryl Streep get. Do she get it? No. And the shit need to be talked about now. Ain't nobody paid no attention to this, boycott Netflix part of what she had to say. It was like, fuck you, Monique. I'm going to keep my name. You crazy. $8 a month and I can see everything. So, didn't nobody do that part. But I did ride with her on the subject that she she brought up, and I was proud of her for doing it.
And it's typically taboo in this industry that you address issues like that, especially if you're a person of color, not let alone a woman.
Well, somebody's got to do it. Every now and then, some rebel comes out and calls this shit what it is, and I'm proud of her for that. I'm glad. Listen, I've heard it all and seen it all.
Right.
Oh, you'll never work in this town to get bitch you through. Fuck you. 5 years later, this motherfucker done some phenomenal shit and is right back on top again. So you can't count nobody out because of some shit that's going on right now. Whatever the fuck happens to anybody right now is only about 2 weeks old. It's on to the next motherfucking scandal. So ain't nobody even thinking about that right now. When you said she recently, that shit ain't recent.
That's
That
old.
shit is old.
Right.
I'm interested in knowing, what do you think about Bill Cosby?
Oh shit. You
Well-
want to be candid or raw?
She's not going to be
No,
anything
I'm
other
going to
than...
be what it is. First of all, let me start off by saying this whole shit is one of the worst tragedies I've seen in television history since I've been alive.
Right.
Whether I loved Bill, looked forward to them Thursday nights, man, and that was just everything. That, like they said, kids wanted to go to college after watching this show, and black people wanted to pull up a little bit after watching the show. And is a great example, and is a philanthropist and doing shit for Temple and woo 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 woo. Then we found out he had a bitch on the side and had a kid. That was the first motherfucking faux pas.
That's
All
when
right.
that's when you knew he was doing more than Jello.
That's when it was starting. That was the beginning of the slide. Then after the motherfucking, we found out about the kid tries to sue him. Then the son gets killed.
I
Then-
forgot about that.
Then recently his daughter died. He ain't got but 2 daughters left, and Camille, all women, in a situation like this. A motherfucker who can get pussy easily.
Wow.
When a motherfucker prefers to sedate a person where they're unresponsive, they just a heartbeat away from being a necrophiliac. If you know what the fuck that is.
Having sex with dead
Fucking a
bodies.
dead motherfucker. It's true. Ain't it true?
Yeah, it's true.
If a motherfucker can't fuck back, can't kiss back, can't squirm back, the
Wow.
only thing separating you from fucking a dead person is a heartbeat.
Wow.
Okay? So I was riding with the Dick Gregory theory all the way up till the deposition. And when he gave the deposition, that he had slipped bitches drugs in the past, little thigh gapper, a little Spanish fly here and there, for shits and giggles. Oh, everybody used to sedate these hoes back then, wasn't no big thing. When he came out like that, he was like, okay, you was a sick, dirty motherfucker. You had us all fooled, you motherfucker. And to see him get put away like this is harsh and it's cold, but what he did was harsh and cold.
Right.
And I didn't ride, I was riding with him.
Yeah.
This shit hurt.
Yeah.
It's always gonna hurt.
Yeah.
His comedy albums are always gonna be funny. His memories are always gonna be good up until the bullshit.
You think he's going to do the full term?
I would go out like a G and just hang my motherfucking self with my bed sheet and get it over with. Shit.
You know what?
I said he was going to die in there.
I don't mean that. I mean it. The opinions that's expressed by me, Lunella, are not necessarily the opinions of Hollywood Unlocked, but they probably are. Bloop. Okay.
Okay. All right. So when you look at what's happening right now with the White House and President Trump, do you just look and think we're in a because you've been around, you've seen presidents. We went from Barack Obama to the Cheeto. What do you think about the state of our country right now?
I have been live long enough to remember. I have been live long enough to have lived through 5 assassinations.
Jeez.
Really?
Medgar, Malcolm, Kennedy, King, Kennedy.
Oh wow.
I was a little girl, but I remember Martin Luther King's assassination when I was a little girl. And Kennedy. So anyway, what's one more? That's all I'm saying.
Oh, I just got that.
I'm just saying.
So that answers it all.
We don't need
I
to
mean,
ask
I'm
another
already
Trump.
on the niggas to watch list up there in the White House anyway, because I hang out with Mooney and Dick Gregory and shit. So anything, it's not like they're going to come bug my house now. This shit probably been bugged, so I ain't scared to say that motherfucker.
How is your daughter now, and how old is she?
She's 22. She's thriving
Wait, she's
as a
grown.
professional dancer
Okay.
here in this great Hollywood land, and I'm very proud of her.
So you have to remember, I knew her before you had your daughter.
You knew me before I was really fucking real good. You know, I wasn't even fucking real good yet. I was trying to fuck you, but you wouldn't play because
You was trying. I can't believe you was trying.
I didn't
to
know
fuck
you was
Jason
pitching for
Jackson.
the other motherfucking
See,
team. Like probably about 8 years ago. I'm like, really, nigga? I didn't even know.
You know, I knew Linnell the longest, but she, I think, was the last to know.
Right? Is that stupid?
No.
I wasn't paying attention.
And the disappointment in her eyes.
Well, one
You
night
ain't
he was
gay.
no flaming queen until you get that Henny up in him, and then the little girl come out. But
Did y'all see?
not normally. You know,
What is that? Real Jamba Juice, or what is that?
this is real Jamba Juice.
Ain't nothing else in there.
No, the pomegranate.
You know what I really enjoy?
3 o'clock in the afternoon.
I used to love when Linnell would come.
The CD is called "I Only Drink at Work." I don't
Talk-
sit around and
Wait,
drink.
You got the CD.
I would love when Linnell would come to Stockton and do comedy because she would go to the bar, get a drink, then she would get the microphone and she would we would literally laugh hysterically.
Well, that's what everybody do.
Yeah, but I don't feel there's any, like Monique, what I didn't like about Monique was when she was Queens of Comedy or doing Queens of Comedy, she was raw and fuck the skinny bitches and this and that. I don't know.
she got skinny.
She got an Oscar, and then the girl put the little flower in her head and then she became something else. She wasn't as raw as you've always been, that raw voice in comedy.
Well, you know, I have been talking like this for a long motherfucking time. You know, I've never been scared. I never changed. I never got brand new on motherfuckers. I've always been the same chick, you know. And I don't know how to be fake because fake motherfuckers make me want to fucking throw the fuck up. I just can't stand a fake ass motherfucker. You know, a fake motherfucker, like you looking at this motherfucker lying to you, like you know, fake ass mother. Don't you know a fake ass motherfucker? Fake ass, you fake.
Sound like you talking to somebody through the damn airwaves.
I'm
right
talking
now.
to everybody through the goddamn airway. Whoever need to hear the word.
I know that's
So
right.
when the whole Kevin Hart and Cat Williams thing just
Oh.
popped off, I mean, Cat Williams, just for people that they don't know, you should know. You and Cat Williams been riding together for years.
True.
That's your homie. He would be a great interview too. So when that popped off with him and Kevin, you know, stepped out of character, at least what seemed to step out of character and really just start giving him advice. What did you think?
Well, let me just say that I have worked with both.
Right.
Let me be clear. And my name was mentioned out of both of their mouths during these little
interviews.
interviews.
Mm-hmm.
Not a disparaging word was said about moi. So I'm just here to say boys will be boys. They'll work it out or they won't.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about their feud or whatever it is. It's all macho ego bullshit anyway.
Yeah,
and it sells tickets and whatever
They
like
definitely uplifted you very, very high, both of you.
that. I
Both
say
of them.
shit, I'm the shit for
You
God's
are.
sake. I'm so slept on, but it's about to be, it's got to be all right. Everybody will see my little ass tomorrow when A Star Is Born drops. Yes, yours truly, the only
Yo,
female.
you in that?
Yo,
Oh, that's huge.
yes.
Well, first of all, I knew she was in there
I
because
didn't know.
yes.
Well,
do you
he's
mean?
supposed to know everything.
I'm
He's
surprised. I
supposed
knew
to.
that.
That's
yes.
right, you supposed
And I
to.
helped you out by putting it in your notes.
Yo,
No.
people don't know.
You know, A
Okay.
Star Is Born is a huge film. First of all, it's a film that has a lot of history because Barbara Streisand has done the film, and
Judy Garland did it before her.
so it's
Claudette Colbert did it before her.
it goes that far back.
This is the fourth.
Now it's Lady Gaga.
And I heard that Barbara Streisand recently did an interview where she said that she had Bradley Cooper or she suggested to Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga to sing live, and they did. And he sounds great in the movie.
Got one of the stipulations. See, I know this from the inside because I was there's 4 comics in A Star Is Born. Andrew Dice Clay plays
Oh, wow.
Gaga's
Huge,
dad.
huge.
Fucking killed it, as you know I'm saying it. Chappelle,
Huge.
Eddie Griffin,
Huge.
and myself.
Huge.
All handpicked by Bradley. Me and Bradley have
Oh,
made a
wow.
movie before. We've remained friendly. You know, we don't talk in
Right.
text, but you know, he includes me in things sometimes.
Congrats,
And even a little, I'm like, okay, I don't have no big supporting role, but a little role in a huge movie is
That's-
still a huge thing.
Amen.
Exactly.
And the fact that I get to look. I don't work with Kevin. I don't work with Kat. I don't work with Bradley. I work with any motherfucking body. And it's not just the money for me. I really know at this point in my career what I want and what I like. I know that I'm not willing to work on any show that doesn't have a multiracial cast and a multiracial crew. I know this. I've tried it. It don't work for me. It don't work for me.
So are you talking like all black films?
Oh no, all black. All black. Yes, of course.
Okay.
But I'm talking about I'm not working with all whites.
Right.
Sorry, I don't give a fuck of CBS or who hears this motherfucking shit. You better put a Mexican and a couple of Filipinos and a couple of black folks on your team.
Right. But when you were in Borat, was there were other races in that movie? Middle Eastern,
Romanians and shit.
But you were the only black person in that movie, though, weren't you?
Yeah, literally, except for like the choir.
And they had you playing a hoe.
Yeah, and I played it very well. Played it all the way to the Oscars. Because don't forget, Borat was nominated for an Academy Award as well.
That movie was hilarious.
So this would be my second, because this is going to be nominated for an Academy Award as well.
The movie looks so good.
And Gaga will be nominated for Best Actress.
Will she win?
And she might, but she's up against Black Panther.
Yeah.
So,
Wakanda.
my loyalty.
Wakanda forever.
My loyalty forbids me.
When you on a set and you're doing a movie, like, how much of it do they allow you to improv? Because I know your improv game is crazy. So do you get the script and you just be like, whatever, Nick? Because the movie I love, like one of the movies that you had me damn near shitting myself is when the Nick Cannon was School Days.
School Dance.
Man, School Dance. That shit, your performance. So how much of that was improv? I'm sure a lot of it.
And which, by the way, we got so fucked on that deal, as had that dropped at the theater. I might would have had my goddamn girls trip moment, because that's how funny that movie was. And I got, everybody in it.
Hilarious.
And that movie had Kat and Kevin and Epps and George Lopez and me and Lil Duval and everybody and Tiffany. While I was working, we were all in that movie. It was classic. We got fucked in the deal. But how much of that is improv? Normally, the people who hire me and most comics, I believe, hire us because we can improv, because we will bring something to the script that they could never write.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you were recently critical of Tiffany Haddish. I just really connected with Tiffany for the first time at Fashion Week. What was that? Where did that come from? Did that just as you wanted to, when you spoke out about what it seemed like overnight success, was that because you felt like the industry chose her, or she just didn't put in the work and didn't respect the journey of others?
First of all, you ain't seen me or heard me be critical of Tiffany. I might have stated some facts, but as far as being critical, I've been knowing Tiffany for years. Tiffany has put in a lot of work. She's been through all the shit she said she's been through. We've all been through a lot of shit, and all us G's slept in cars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And she, I feel that, first of all, if you're in Tiffany's position, are you not going to take the opportunity?
Right.
Are you not going to go to the Met Ball? Are you not? But I think that people feel some type of way when you have things like the BET Award, and she's up against Viola Davis, and Sean, just these big balls, and then Tiffany win, and you're like, that kind of make you tilt your head. And I'm sure that Tiffany even felt that way. But she gonna not take the award?
Right.
Of course she's gonna take the fucking award, so nobody can begrudge her of that. And then, she does have, the packageable body and nice, cute smile, perky personality, and she do her work. She did some really good work on The Last OG, I thought.
Yeah.
And, I just, I think there's some people who are comedians and some people who are comedic actresses. Like Kim Whitley, my good girl.
Love her.
She can't battle me on no stage, but as far as acting, she got my ass whooped. She got my ass whooped.
Right.
And, that I just think that there's, there is a difference.
A big
but,
difference.
big ups, bitch, you better go and get that bag.
So it really can be like a Cardi B had Bodak Yellow and Tiffany had Girl Trip. It could really be that one song or that one role.
Absolutely.
That changes everything.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, because I don't remember Tiffany from being around. I mean, I don't frequent the comedy circuit.
We did a Snoop Dogg presents Bad Girls of Comedy with Tiffany, me, what the little lesbian name, whatever his name is, and then
whatever his name is,
April Macy, and I think Marva Gomez, I think. So you had Latina and white girl, lesbian.
That
and
ensemble cast you speak of.
Yeah. Fucking killed that shit on Comedy Central. They still play it and it's all good. But it just take that one thing to put you the fuck over. Gaga was already over, but she's about to be over.
What was
because she murdered this shit, and this shit is so emotional. It's everything you want a movie to be: happy, fun, embarrassing. Oh my God, bite your nails. It's everything, and I'm not bullshitting you. Now, you heard it here first.
What was your one thing?
I was cashier.
Well,
I was the cashier when Gaga and when Gaga and Bradley were checking out of the store where he got her some frozen peas for her hand because she had punched a guy in a bar. So I checked them out and took a selfie of Bradley.
in that little moment right there, I know you killed it. Because, Terry Crews had those little memorable moments and little shit, and then it eventually got him to where he is now. So with this movie being an Oscar,
I have about 1 million of those.
But but one thing we were saying about the show is that, like, with Kevin, his career, it took him 18 years to pop, and people want the overnight success. I never really
Look at Bernie. Look how fucking long it took Bernie.
How long was Bernie again?
Bernie was fucking 50 before he got a goddamn show. 50. Damn. I mean, but it doesn't matter your age if you just murder that shit. Look at Spoon. Spoon is like 250 years old, and nobody wants to not see him. We still love to see Spoon. So it's just but it does. It's just like if you at the office and you keep having to train young motherfuckers that come in because they get the vice president position. You got to train this motherfucker, and they don't know nothing, and then you get tired of that. Then they usually go get a rifle and shoot up the joint.
Right.
So no, I wrote a scripted show about 3 years ago. I've done nothing with it yet, but I wrote one of the characters based on you because I saw you. I mean, I see this character as you. I'm gonna share it with you at some point. I'm trying to get the motherfucker picked up if I can get the right agent to represent me on it. But going back to Nick Cannon, so I joined Wild 'N Out earlier this year. I'm going into my third season. I'm not a comic, and I'm not a rapper, but I figured out how to be funny in my own way and rap some shit. But I need help on improv. Like, how do you?
That's a must. You got to really work.
How do you do that? Like, how do you become better at improvisation? Improvising. Thank you.
You learning?
I just learned the word improvisation. How do I become better at that?
I can only say the only way you can get better at it is to be doing it, like to study it, like to take improv classes and get out there and throw yourself out there and do it. But even if you learn how to do it, it's still a gift.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like a person can learn how to sing, but you can't teach nobody how to sing.
Yeah.
So you can learn improv, but you won't slay probably.
Yeah. Like they say, one of the things in comedy that you can't teach is timing.
It's the way your brain is wired. Comedians, the ones who are gifted, and I'm gonna pat my own self on the back and say that I am because thank you. Because I perform in front of Latinos, I perform in front of Asians, I perform overseas for the military. I done been in Okinawa and Dubai and Korea on New Year's to perform for the military. I perform for lesbians, I perform for every goddamn body, and I pack it everywhere I motherfucking go because every shit that I talk about is it's the gift. Right. It's the gift to be able to walk in anywhere and entertain anybody at any time. That's a motherfucking gift. And you can't learn that. You can learn the mechanics, but the gift is the gift. Next question.
All right, people, do you wonder how you can smell fresh and smell exotic and expensive for half or even a 19th of the price?
I know I do because I ain't got a budget.
Well, guess what? Today is your lucky day, everybody. You get to use our favorite friend, Scentbird.
Scentbird.
Tell people about Scentbird, Jim.
Listen, guys, have you ever been out? Somebody came up to you and asked, what are you wearing? What's that cologne? What is that fragrance you're wearing?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to say, oh, I got this from Nordstrom's. You can say Scentbird. Scentbird is a subscription-based product where you can get any cologne you want and you get up to like 200 sprays, which is way more than the store. Now,
you don't have to say where you got it from. You can let people think that you got it from Nordstrom's, but today you can get it for a really low price.
Whether it's Gucci, Prada, Versace, you got good taste and you know what you like, but your great taste is expensive and you end up with a shelf full of half-used bottles You don't have to do any more with Scentbird, okay? I personally love Creed. I'm using Creed. I have the Gucci, and I also have the Tom Ford. What about you, Jason?
Well, I'm using Kenneth Cole. I started with Boss, but I'm on Kenneth Cole now. And listen, you choose a perfume, they'll send you a 30-day supply. That's 120 sprays. So you'll always smell amazing. Free shipping all the time. You skip the department store and the pushy salespeople that try to sell you eye cream when they know you got good eyes.
That's right. Scentbird has over 450 designer brands, and you choose one every month. Try exactly the brands you want. It's the real deal. Trust me. I got girls all over me for my scent.
And that's why I use Scentbird.com. So listen, with this exclusive offer, you'll get 50% off your first month today. That's only $7.50 for your first cologne. That's SCENTBIRD.com/unlocked. And then use my code unlocked for 50% off your first month. Again, that's SCENTBIRD.com/unlocked. Sign on and smell good. Okay, so you have you have these CDs here that you started passing out. What are these CDs?
Talk to us now, baby.
Well, I already have one CD on iTunes and all that stuff called Bold, Bad, and Uncut. It was time for another one. And the reason I like CDs is because, you know, everybody don't have Sirius and has the Comedy Channel and stuff like that. And then on road trips, you get, you know, to the part in the road where you can't get no reception and stuff. And these things still come in handy. They can still be a lot of fun, just like an audio book or anything like that. And it makes you use your imagination and visualize what the comic is talking about, like we used to when we was listening to Richard Pryor or Bill Cosby or anybody like that.
Right.
So it was time for me to make another one. And this CD here is called Luenell, I Only Drink at Work. How appropriate is that? Did you get one? Oh, cameraman.
I only drink at work.
Yeah, I only drink at work.
Parental advisory, explicit lyrics.
That's right.
So speaking of Richard Pryor, do you think he had sex with Marlon Brando?
Probably.
How Bill was doing.
And
that was way back before I was scared to tell people.
Probably, baby. That cocaine make everybody do every goddamn thing back in the 70s. Hell, yeah, matter of fact, the goat back then.
Bone on bone.
Okay, what'd you say?
Bone. She has a track on here called Bone on Bone.
Is that a gay song, gay track?
Not at all.
Explain that really quick. Bone on bone.
Well, now, see, let me think about that without wanting to get a little spoiler alert. Well, okay, bone on bone refers to the fact that during my act, I don't always stand up like everybody. I sit down. I'm the queen. I can sit. I've been doing this been 30 years. I want to sit down like everybody else. Fuck you. I'm sitting down. Shit, you know. So I sit down, I perch, and I talk, and I get up, and I sit down and get up. And I tell the audience, for the people who have never seen me before, I say, you may be wondering why I'm sitting down. And, you know, there was two reasons. And one of them was because I've been out here on the road fucking and squatting on these young boys for so long that they done fucked the gristle out my back, and it's now bone on bone, baby. Very painful. It's worth it, but I'm just saying.
I love it. I love it.
What's
If you must know.
What's the youngest guy you would bone?
Probably 30 years younger than me.
Okay.
That was recently.
Really? You still out here fucking?
Are you out of your fucking mind? What the fuck do you think this is?
Because
who the fuck you think you talking to?
he hasn't had sex in
Are
a
you
month.
fucking? Yeah, that's obvious, idiot.
Do you think there's an age where people should stop fucking?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I mean, if you're,
Yeah, when you can't fuck no more.
I mean, when you're wearing Depends and you shit on yourself in noontime, like you,
Yeah, you should stop fucking then. Yep.
Because ain't nothing worse than going on a date and you have to pull that Depends off. You done shit it on yourself.
Oh, gosh.
And now
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that, but your loose booty ass might know something about it.
you talking to Gio?
Yeah, I'm talking to G.
Oh, Luenell, that's fucked up.
I'm just playing, boo.
You were so confident you was talking
So
to
confident she was talking to your ass.
That was a good. See, that's that shit you can't teach that.
That's that timing.
Okay, so when was the last time you did a comedy special? You've done one? I know you have.
Yeah, I have some on Comedy Central and stuff.
You need to do another one. Do something. We need.
Well. First of all, that's not a new idea, Einstein. We've already talked about this in my camp about 500 times. But the thing for me is specials aren't special anymore. See, why should I do a special and give out all my material? Because what y'all don't know, or maybe you do, is that once you do a special, you are under contract not to use that material
On the road.
anymore.
So touring or nothing.
No. And I'm like, I wrote this shit. How the fuck? What the fuck do you think this is?
Right.
I'm not really cool with that. I don't give a fuck what the rule is. I'm not cool with that. I don't care what the rule is. I'm not cool with that. Number two, back when I was younger, and a comedian did an HBO special or something, the next day your life was a wrap. You was on Carson the next day. You was motherfucking on, Good Day, whatever the fuck. And you was at, ship openings and this and that and everything in nightclubs in Vegas and everything got, everything changed with your special. These days you do a special, you just another nigga that did a special.
Wow.
Do you think that's because
I'm not gonna do it.
do you think that's because there's just so much material out there, so much content or social media or
Well, that might have something to do with it, but we can't blame that because them motherfuckers no way to stop it. It's here. That's done. But I think that maybe that's just not. Maybe it's just not the quality of comedy that the people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're waiting for somebody. I don't know.
Can I ask you a question? Your top 5 comedians, dead or alive? I've always wanted to ask a comedian that.
Joan Rivers,
Oh, wow.
Paul Mooney,
Yes.
Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy,
Lunel?
me.
That's good. That's good. Joan Rivers, she was good.
Beast
I heard
mode.
she had
Beast.
a lot of shit around
Beast.
her house that she would just write down
Beast,
jokes all
Beast.
over her house.
There's a movie. There's a documentary. It's,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's manic. She's a beast.
Wow.
And she was a natural. That's
Yeah,
the-
she had that. What you talk about? What I got, I guess.
because she was one of the first few people, if not the first, to be on the red carpet and criticize people for fashion the way she did, right?
Yeah. Her then her and her daughter, the double
Yeah.
team motherfucker.
What happened to Cheryl Underwood? Not Cheryl Underwood. Is it Cheryl? Who was that on the talk? Is that Cheryl Underwood?
That's
Cheryl Underwood.
What do you mean? What happened?
I mean,
Yeah, Cheryl Underwood.
does she still do stand up comedy anymore? Because she used to be really funny.
I mean, she does. Yeah, I think she does. Although I must say that, as bad as my mouth has, and will continue to be,
got one, too.
Cheryl's mouth I sound like a kindergartner next to Cheryl Underwood cussing and fussing and shit. And that's why it was yet another, Tiffany's not the only one who's gone through this. That was yet another wonder to people you would have never thought in a million years that Cheryl Underwood badmouth ass would be on daytime television.
Yeah.
Never would have thought it. Didn't have the look, didn't have the attitude, didn't have none of that shit. Was a Republican Negro. That was always exciting for the white man, I'm sure. But, nobody would have thought of it, yet boom,
she's on there.
I wish she was a little
and
bit.
been on there.
I wish she was a little bit more edgier on there though, because she was
I thought you were going to say feminine. Okay, what?
that too. Yesterday she did a segment where they delivered her Grubhub on camera, and I was like, you shouldn't let them play you like that.
They had her dressed up like Miley Cyrus in the Wrecking Ball video, swinging on a ball like olive oil and goddamn Popeye, with some little fucking ponytails in the head like a motherfucking picking it. I said, Cheryl, come on.
The fucking,
Fuck, I told the motherfucker, suck my dick. I'm not putting that on. Swinging around like an ape. What the fuck is wrong with you? And that's why I still live off Crenshaw.
but
Right there, That's
so when do you write jokes or do you structure what you're going to talk about? Because I feel like you could pick just topics and talk, and it's going to be funny.
I only write bullet points.
Bullet point. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I wrote one on the way here.
Did you?
And I said that I think that Lauryn Hill and Kanye West been drinking at the same sippy cup of crazy. Because, Lauren is most obviously mentally disturbed. She's one of them genius motherfucking mentally disturbed motherfuckers. You do not, at this point in your career, still be keeping motherfuckers waiting 4 hours and shit. Like, are you fucking insane? Don't give a fuck who you are, you crazy bitch. And who's your makeup artist? You look like a motherfucking rag doll. You got all them goddamn kids. Some of y'all ought to wash your motherfucking face and make you look like the beautiful queen that we knew that you was back when you was in motherfucking
Sister Act.
Yeah, goddamn it.
Because now that makeup is so bad, she looks like Lark Voorhees when she's off her medicine.
Oh, ouch. Damn, come on, man.
Damn.
Kick a motherfucker when they down, Jason.
Shit.
Jesus. But it's true. But anyway, I think that those two are, there's no, and people don't realize that this motherfucker snapped a rubber band when his mama died, and he ain't been able to grieve that shit yet.
Yeah.
He ain't had no. Do you think if Dr. West was still alive,
I think
she would have him running around talking about "Make America Suck Dicks Again" or whatever the fuck that hat says? Shit.
He needs to go on that celebrity medium
insane
show.
camp.
The celebrity with the
Celebrity Nut House.
when the guy the
Celebrity
medium,
Psych Ward.
Fuck.
But don't you feel sad for him? I mean, it's like, what can you do at this point? Like, you went on SNL. You got on SNL. And you just used it. You used it as a platform to just rant about.
What you?
I forgot about.
Oh, they didn't see. Nobody's watching.
I hope nobody. 1.2 million. Okay, anyway, whatever.
Continue on, Lou.
I don't remember what I was talking about.
So back to this movie. When you find out about the movie and you're in it and you're there with Gaga and you're there with Bradley Cooper, do those things still excite you in terms of like, you've done it all? You've done the stand up, you've done the movies, you've done the DVDs, you got CDs. We're gonna talk about your penthouse. I can't look at that. I've known you for too long.
No, there's nothing that you can't look at. My daughter picked out the pictures that's in here.
Oh, really?
When I see a pussy, I know how scared you are, pussy, motherfucker. Calm down.
I want to see it.
I'll show you my pussy.
Gio, turn to the page, and he will send you his penis. He said you got 10 inches, but I don't know.
Let me see.
I don't want to fold your dick in half, baby.
So Lonell is in the latest issue of Penthouse.
Wait a minute. First, let me answer your question.
Yes.
Yes, it does still excite me, even though I have worked with both previous. Because I worked on the telephone video with Gaga and Beyonce.
Oh,
Wait, you were in the video?
Yes, I
Yes,
am. So I had worked with Gaga before, and then Bradley and I worked on a movie called All About Steve. That was a Sandra Bullock movie, and that's where we met. Ken Jeong was in that movie way before The Hangover and all that. So me and Bradley have stayed friendly throughout the year. And when he picked those comics, he picked me too. And it's a blessing. I'm so thank you, Jesus.
George Lopez is hilarious. When he peed on Donald Trump's star, that was he DM'd
I
us.
love him. He's a G. He's my friend too. And yeah, I love George. I did his show. I
Really?
did like 9 episodes.
I
of
love that. Was a
George
great
Lopez
show. So by the way, she's made history
Yeah.
with this.
Yes.
Comedian Lunell is big, bold, and beautiful.
Yes.
And here she is.
Turn it around for my virgin eyes to see.
I'll turn around.
It's
I'll
very tastefully done.
keep going. Keep
This
going.
way?
The other way.
So for people
This way?
listening on the radio, she's in
see
Penthouse.
some-
I'm gonna turn it around.
Penthouse
which one you
magazine.
want?
Keep going. Keep going.
Look at them gazongas.
I have a 6-page spread. Keep going.
Keep going. Turn. Stop looking at it. And
Oh, wait.
find.
Yeah.
No, that was
Go
her
ahead.
page. That was her.
So there you
No,
go.
because there's a centerfold.
That's
David.
a beautiful. These are beautifully well taken
Thank
photos.
you. I told you my daughter
And they're
picked these
tasteful.
pictures. Do you think that I would be in a magazine when I have a daughter in fucking college?
She's
So
22.
that her friends can come and be like, yo, I seen your mom's
This
pussy.
looks like-
I talk about pussy. I don't flash around and pull my lips
Can I
open
show
for no
this?
motherfucker. Yes.
It's like the back of Jason's jacket.
Yeah, it took 3 hours to do that. That's airbrush by hand.
It's beautiful.
Oh, no, it looks
It
great.
is.
It looks good.
That's
But
like-
what I'm trying to say is I am the first African American female my age and my size to have a 6-page spread in Penthouse magazine.
How did this come about?
But yet nobody really embraced this, the way that I thought that they would. Like, whoa, Luenell, I mean, some people on my social media, but they had a chick on The Talk, I think it was today, and she was even heavier than I was, but she got to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, which was awesome. But they act like that bitch is the first bitch to, be fat bitches is, in bathing suits all over the motherfucker. Internet fat bitches ain't shame to be a motherfucking fat no more. Bitch, you crazy motherfuckers, and I'm out here trying to promote positivity. Body positivity, you see? Bathtub picture. Ain't that nice?
This is beautiful.
I
That's a
know
lot
you
of bubbles.
asshole.
So how did this opportunity come about? Like, who made this call?
Well, I have friends in the porno industry,
Okay.
and Penthouse was doing a series called Pop Shots, where you get a celebrity and they get to direct a photo shoot. You get to pick the whatever type of models you want, however many you want. You get to pick, tell them what kind of locations you would like to shoot in. They find an estate for you, set up this huge fucking photo shoot, and you're the one that goes in that says, okay, take the grapes. I put them on her pussy. Yeah, raise your leg up. Do like that. Lean back, arch your back. That was me, motherfucker,
That's
because
fun.
somebody fell out, and Dave Navarro had done one, and Stevie J had done one, and some country singers. So I got to direct the photo shoot. I was nervous at first that I got into that shit, and the pictures I directed were beautiful. I had two bitches. I had a dark chocolate chick, and I had a white girl but a redhead, because the blondes get all the motherfucking shine. Fuck that. I had me a hot redhead. I had a dark chocolate sister, and I had a Brazilian named Alejandro who looked like Fabio.
That's his type.
Well,
not looking
that's
like
the issue
Fabio.
you need to see. Oh, Fabio is amazing. So the pictures were great. So after that, on the way out, I said, you know what, you guys ought to shoot me.
Just
then-
jokingly playing.
And didn't nobody go, oh, yeah, right. You know what they would? They said, I was like, and so some phone calls
Man.
went back and forth, and some meetings and creative ideas, like bathtubs and this and that. And they got a warehouse that like Usher and people be shooting videos in downtown. And there was a camera crew, makeup, wardrobe, and all that kind of stuff. And we just put on shit and shot a bunch of shit and had another meeting and picked pictures, and boom, motherfucking the April Fool's edition of Penthouse 2018.
How many nip slips did you have?
They were all gay, so it was a lot of nip slips and shit. After I found out, I was like, oh, fuck it. Hey, put this glitter on my pussy, okay? Whatever.
So speaking of Stevie J, you and Faith Evans are good friends, and they got married. Did you know that marriage was coming? Did you believe it was coming?
Nope, didn't see that one coming.
Somebody close to me and somebody close to Faith said that she's dickmatized.
Well, I've been in the presence of Stevie J, and I would have fucked him.
Does she? Why?
So, no, he got that thing to make you want to fuck him.
You will fuck this?
No, he.
Yeah.
No, he has that thing. Meaning, I know what you're talking
He
about.
got that thing
That energy?
he got that sex energy.
Big dick energy.
Or whatever. All freak ass licking, toe sucking energy. And I felt it.
I wonder if I got that energy. Do I give off that energy?
Well, you have more of a
How you doing?
D-Ray Hollywood hip hop squares type of vibe.
D-Ray calls me the sequel. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
it?
I don't give off you like, I want to fuck him vibe.
Well, maybe if you looked at me a little longer.
I love it. Continue.
You know.
I just wanted to see what that energy I was talking about was. I think I portrayed that to
I got
somebody.
it. I could give it to you though.
But
Make you blush and shit. That was it. Did you feel it?
I felt that shit.
we'll get right back to you two fucking in a minute.
Don't take long.
But Faith looks happy. Are you happy for her?
You do look happy.
Yes, if she's happy and if you're a friend, you have to be happy for your friend.
Right.
That's what they.
So you're not supposed to say nothing because there's some people that are reportedly unhappy. They should not say anything.
Well, I'm sure that there's no. Hey, listen. there's more than love involved here.
Right.
Okay, they got married on the spur. That bitch is a walking legacy. Let's keep it 100.
She's an icon.
So I mean, and she's the gatekeeper.
To the Biggie fortune.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I know what good dick can do to a bitch, but I would hate to think that good dick made you fuck off the legacy. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stevie got a lot of kids to take care of. That's all I'm saying. But if she's happy, I'm happy. Fuck it. And you know what? This might be the best dick she ever had. Because look, Biggie was, I'm sure he wasn't blowing her back out. I don't give a fuck what kind of money the nigga was making. He probably had a wicked tongue game with them big old soup cooling ass lips. But I'm not sure that he was blowing her back out. And after that, I met her other husband. She divorced. And he wasn't doing it neither. And so this might be, the one. This might be the dick. Sometimes you meet the dick.
Retribution.
That's it. Like, I'll kill a motherfucker over this dick here.
Damn.
That's probably what's, and I ain't mad about that.
But I'll say this. I do not want to see Faith Evans, my favorite artist, on Love and Hip Hop.
Well, you better
Too
close
late.
your eyes.
I mean,
late.
Better close your eyes, big boy.
I really like Faith Evans is, to me, when I fell in love with music, I fell in love with Faith Evans.
Right.
What's not to love? Fuck.
Right.
So now that your daughter's grown, how has your relationship changed at all? Because I know you were really involved mother, really nurturing, and really, I'm assuming the conversation's real at the house. Now she's a grown woman. How's it changed?
You are fucking that smoothie up, by the way.
You need to stop licking on that straw and sucking on that straw like that.
Yeah, I'm looking the way she's sucking on that straw. Like,
Can you please don't take this interview left? Stay focused
Okay, I'm
on
sorry.
the question.
Linnell, back to the question. Sorry, love.
She's giving you that Stevie energy.
No, not those Stevie energy. Linnell, continue, my queen.
How has our dynamic changed now
Yeah.
that my daughter is grown? Well, let me just say this for the record. My daughter's not grown. Because grown people
Pay your own bill.
take care of themselves. I am still, the, gatekeeper as well.
Right.
And until that changes, you won't get a grown credit from me. You may be getting into your adulthood, but my daughter is not grown. Far from it. And I'm proud of her because she has a career that's really good. She's not like a little good. My daughter's a beast dancer, and she's making more connections and doing more things. I'm really proud of her for that. Her father was a comedian. I am one. We live in our dream. Who would we be to say, you better go to school when you really got a dream and you're good at it?
Wow,
and
that's
she was dancing out there like Little Magic or some shit like that. You remember Little Magic? From In Living? Go, Little Magic! Dance, Little Magic! Go, Little
Damn, you
Magic!
took it all the way back to that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm a cougar, baby. That's why I know that.
Saber tooth.
Yeah.
Love it.
So anyway, the dynamic has changed though, because now that adorable little girl that used to sit on my lap, sleep with me, we eat popcorn together and what. Now I want to choke that bitch to death about every other day. Yoke that fucking bitch up for real.
That's the truth, because I
We going through a little something right now. I need to have something in this motherfucker, but alas, I do not.
So Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, what do you think of those two?
I love it. I hate that they're fighting. I wish that they could be friends. I hope that they come out of this be friends and do a collabo. But a good cat fight is always exciting. You motherfucking men don't never stop bitches from fighting because a motherfucking world loves a good cat fight. See? Always have.
Did you ever think you would see two women fighting in couture at the Harper Bazaar party though?
First of all, it's hard to see two niggas at the Harper Bazaar party any goddamn way.
That's hilarious.
That part.
No, I think you could take. Hey, I'm a hood chick. That's what I like about Vivica Fox. You could take the chick out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out the chick. And the one thing I've always loved about Vivica, on top of being on top of her game sharply as an actress, she was fine. She's a motherfucking baller, and she could have on, couture gown and Harry Winston jewels and whatever, Giovanni Versace shoes or whatever like that, and all this kind of, she could be draped. And you say the wrong thing to that bitch, and she will beat your ass on the red carpet in that shit. She'll go Cardi B on a bitch too. Vivica will.
Where's she from? Is she from Atlanta?
Inglewood.
Vivica Fox is from Inglewood.
I think so. I think so.
Well, she's from somewhere.
So they're in the talks about a remake of Set It Off. Would you want to see it? I mean, I kind of feel like some of those classics you got to just
Let it be.
leave them alone.
Leave it alone.
Queen Latifah died. Everybody died except for
Man, I still
Stoney.
cry when Jada's on the bus and she going past old girl in the
And Vivica.
and she laying on the motherfucking ground. And I was like, oh, I cry like that, like I do at the end of Boys in the
Like
Hood.
ugly cry.
Every time. And Ricky, you know the motherfucker gonna get shot. I done seen it 500 motherfucking times. And every time I'm like, Ricky, every goddamn time. Crying like a bitch, like
What
the
about-
first time I ever seen
What
it.
about on Jason's lyric? I still kind of get choked up on Jason's
Oh,
lyric.
that's so sweet.
oh my god,
You didn't think that was sad?
the sex scene
Don't
was
make
hot.
me do this again, Jay. And then he shot Jada.
I did think that
shit
was
was sad.
terrible.
I mean, but you can go back to New Jack City. A lot of our classics had some. I mean,
Messages.
poor Vanessa
Classic
Williams.
death.
Much as you love Vanessa
Rock-a-bye,
Williams,
baby.
he got shot up like nobody else.
Like lit the fuck up.
So what's next for you, Luenell? I mean, okay, first I have to go back to the beginning of the show and say thank you for being our first guest on the show because this was something new. I had no training. I didn't know how to do this, but I needed to feel comfortable and I needed somebody to help with the edge and you make me feel comfortable and the edge.
Okay, that's great. I really thank you for that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was great.
I wasn't here then.
Oh, I know.
Doughboy was here, and then
Listen, we're not talking about the dead. Let's
came
keep
in,
moving.
and the viewers.
Now.
I'm glad here.
Now.
Do you ever?
Okay.
Do you ever remember meeting me?
No,
Okay, that's what's up.
you're not as memorable as you think you are.
No, I'm not.
But you are now because I'm
Damn.
only. No, you are now because I'm making more of a connection.
It's gonna happen.
I'm sure that we just passed by and say hello and probably haven't had no sit down deep conversation, have we?
In my mind, we have.
Oh, well.
You want to know what in my mind's going on?
What? Talk to me.
After the show.
I love it.
Okay, I can't.
Oh. So you were saying what's next with me? Okay, so aside from A Star Is Born, yay,
Which comes out tomorrow.
which comes out tomorrow. I'm very proud to say that I am one of many, many stars that had the opportunity to work with the great Eddie Murphy for the upcoming Rudy Ray Moore documentary, Dolomite is My Name. Yep, you can go on my Instagram at Luenell, Luenell. You can see pictures of me from A Star Is Born. You can see pictures of me from Dolomite. And I've had already met Eddie several times. I was more friendly with Charlie, rest in peace.
Yes.
But me and Eddie had, back in the conga room days and all that stuff, we knew each other. And so I didn't have to go through the immediate freak out of meeting him for the first time with the heart palpitations. I was already okay. But to actually be able to act with him, opposite him, dream come true.
That's what
Dream come
Wesley
true.
Snipes as well, right?
Wesley, Craig Robinson,
Mike Epps.
Epps, Chris Rock. Oh, just love.
That's a lot of big names.
When does that come out? It's Netflix, right?
May, and it's Netflix.
Are you
Ain't
the
even
only
got-
female comedian in there? Well, clearly there's nobody else
I
notable.
don't
'cause
know.
you can't think
I
about
don't
them.
know.
can't
Yeah,
wait for that,
nobody
man.
else is available, so let's see if old Luenell will do it.
I don't
No,
see it
I
that way.
auditioned 4 times. For
No, I don't see it that way. I see it as you are the.
it wasn't that way.
If there's okay, if you're
wasn't
if you're listening to this show or watching this show, if you ever hear Luenell's in your town or a town over, you have to go and see her stand up because when I did my and again, she's always been there for me too. I did a foundation event with kids. Now, mind you, I'm doing this event with kids who are from the 4th grade to high school, and I called New York, Luenell, Don Benjamin, Kevin McCall, Eva Marcel, and they all came
It was
up.
like a fucking reality show with kids in it.
But I tell you this, I was always saying, if you want to reach kids, you got to be able to get the people that they know. Kids and their families know you, New York, and Eva. I caught a lot of hell for that, but it became, it was so fun though. It was so fun. And
It was a stone cold trip. It was good. It was really
you've always been supportive, and I appreciate that. And I appreciate you coming back here.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate Jason, just being nice to me and shit, because I said, motherfucker come out snarky at me, motherfucker, don't you do it. And he was very respectful. Very
Well, it can't be.
nice. I love
I've known you for 25 years.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't even. It ain't even Hollywood.
No, it's not.
It ain't even
That's
a
right.
Hollywood relationship. I mean,
Right.
it's a real relationship.
I mean, it's not even bad. It's like Stockton.
It's like
we
Stockton, yeah.
righteously know each other from Stockton.
And
Like,
she was here
how
early,
random
y'all.
is that? Say it again.
She was here early, like 20 minutes, something like that. Very humble.
was
I'm
early.
a professional.
Yes.
No, but
Don't
you.
waste my motherfucking time. I won't waste yours.
But you have to remember, I met Lunel coming right out of foster care.
Oh wow.
I was just right out of
that's
foster
true,
care and back with my mom and trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I always loved.
And didn't you get shot?
I did get shot. Right before I met you, I got shot. But it's, I met her right. I had the bug of wanting to be in the industry, but I didn't know what I wanted to do. So being able to watch Lunel at
I
an
thought
early
you was
age.
going to be a ballerina.
You did not think I was going to be a goddamn ballerina. Because ain't been a pirouette in a day.
Right, I'm fucking with you.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. We're done.
Thanks, you guys. Thanks, everybody. And once again, you can check me out on my Instagram at Lunel, at LUENELL, or you can go to my website for ticket information and see if I'm coming to a city near you. That's heylunel.com, HEYLUENELL.com.
I was just going to say, hey, Lunel, because I knew it was, I know you were on the website.
Heylunel.com, right.
All right, cool. Well, thank you, everybody, for listening. We are out. Peace.
Peace.